Hi, hello, we should be live.
Hello, hi, howdy.
Hello!
Do you like delivering the mail?
Puts food on the table. That's what he says, right? It's not
Yeah, it puts bread on the table.
Puts bread on the table. Yeah. P.F. Chang's. Alright, we have one person. That's enough. Just in general.
Is the live even going? Is the stream even going yet?
Yeah. Alright, once again, I don't have like a banner image for this, but here is the new Lovely Fellow costume. It's and we're just okay with this, melted. Ta-da! I think the description is pretty funny.
Yeah. I do not have any points. I will have to save for years.
And yeah, there's new stuff in the summer pool. 25% chance to get that, and a 12.5% chance of getting the previous month's stuff explicitly. And then those are weighted by, you know, how they should be. Anyway, let's go ahead and start here.
Yeah, let me post the fucking spreadsheet again. I just updated the empty one, so.
Next gen of Lovely Fellows will just be all the old ones melted. Are they going to be, you know, fused together in some kind of strange, sweaty, blushing pile that takes me a little bit too long to realize is, you know, pornography? I'm probably going to have to explain that one. Okay, I've told this story before, but, so, my copy of Heart Gold that I had from launch died, like, a little over a year after I, got it. I was on holiday somewhere, and it just stopped working. It wouldn't recognize, like, it was like, oh, the, you know, game is corrupted or something. So I had to get a new one at some point, and I really wanted to replay it in 2016. So I had, I had my, mother look on eBay for a used copy. She got one for relatively cheap. Actually surprisingly cheap, considering it's climbed even higher than that. I remember at the time, most of the places I was looking, like, to get it used was like £40, which is how much it retailed for. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. Now, you know, then later I saw it climb up to like 60, 70, 80. I think you can easily find copies for like over 100 pounds, which is crazy. But
so yeah, I think like HGSs go for like $200 now.
It's crazy. This is 2016. This is 10 years ago. We got it for like 22 or something, and we're like, wow, this is a really good price. And I pop it in, and the cartridge doesn't work. I'm like, that's weird. And then I'm looking at the box it came in, and on the back they have like these really weird arts of the starters, and the text is just like, it doesn't make sense. I'm like, man, what the fuck is this? It was like badly translated or something, and I'm like, oh, this is a bootleg, or did they just swap out? I'm like, did they just swap out the manual for some, or not the manual, but like the cover or something? But I'm like, yeah, it's also just not working. And you know, so we contact the seller and we're like, hey, you know, it seems like it's a fake copy. And she's like, oh, I don't know what a fake DS game is. And we're like, what do you mean? She's like acting like that combination of words like didn't make any sense. And we're like, okay, well, this is a DS game and it's not real. It doesn't work. It's a fake product. And she's like, well, my son had it and he didn't have any problems with it, but if you insist, I'll take it back for you know, I'll give you a refund or whatever. So we did. But before we sent it back, I had to look at the manual and I took pictures of it. What game? This is Heart Gold. Before we took it back, I had to look at the manual. I'm like, surely there's going to be something else wrong with this, right? And the manual, the text of every page, instead of being instructions about how the game works, was just a bunch of like it was like taken from like an IGN review. It wasn't IGN. It was some online review of Heart Gold Soul Silver, and like it was really funny because they were saying like, oh, you know, the graphics and the music are very nice, but the gameplay is still kind of outdated or something. I'm like, this is in the manual. that's hilarious. But the by far the most notable part, I'll say, I don't say the best part because yeah, but you know, on the pages they had several pieces of just random bootleg art, and on at least one of the pages, I would have to look to see if there was more of them, but there was at least one page that had an illustration that appeared to be a bunch of Pokemon fused together. It may have included a couple of human trainers as well, I don't remember, but it was a bunch of creatures fused together and they all looked very uncomfortable and or perhaps slightly perturbed, like they were like blushing and sweating. There was nothing like explicit about the image. It was just really weird and kind of gross. And I'm like, is this porn?
Like, oh, we managed to walk into the, like,
the thing from
recombobulator.
The yeah.
Like.
Anyway, so there's my save file from when I first played this game, I guess about a year and a half ago. I'm gonna go ahead and...
I've never heard of this game in my life.
I watched some video like a few years ago that was talking about like obscure Metroidvanias and just other platform games and stuff like that are pretty good, and this was on there, and I'm like, sure, I'll try it. I put it on my wish list, saw that it was on sale at some point, got it, played it, quite liked it. I would not really call this much of a Metroidvania though. It's more of just an action platformer, but we'll see. I don't know. What do you mean all stereo magic acquired? Oh, is this because I beat the game? I get to just start with stuff? That's kind of funny. Oh, good. I get to start with at level 1 if I want, or fixed at level 1 with. God no! God no! Can I just start?
The bite cake.
There were once 6 brave souls who gathered on the great island of Lodoss. They fought against evil and brought peace back to Lodoss. The only woman among them fell in love with one of the brave souls and swore her love eternal. Their love continued to grow as the years passed. The cold wind blows on. A single bird flies against the wind. The wind rattles the branches of the trees. Her name is Deedlit. She awakens.
Who the bird is?
No, the Felf. Stage 1. A bunch of Japanese I can't read.
But I thought you knew Korean.
Wait, no, that's not Japanese? No, I don't know Korean. Question mark? I'm not going to read this. So, this is it's Castlevania. It's Castlevania without the Vania, but it's like, it's not like the old style Castlevanias, it's weird. It's, what if you took the map and the combat, but you didn't have, like, actual, you'll see what I mean. So I can equip a new weapon if I want. I have a Goblin Club. It has less agility, but more attack. Let's do that. How strange. So, yeah, this is a... you can have different playstyles. That's one thing I like about this game. Have you played Symphony of the Night yet? No, I need to. I'm just going to start with the rapier. Is there anything if I go to the right? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I can go... Okay, so I can go a couple of ways. You'll notice that the enemies in the bottom right corner, they have a little thing that shows like a dice symbol with something. The dice is just a theming because, if you don't know, this franchise, which you don't need to know anything about the wider franchise, literally what the game told you, there were 6 heroes. This was the girl. She wakes up in a mysterious place. That's all you need to know. It was based on, I don't remember the name of the author, but the author's, like...
Also.
D&D game that he ran in, like, the 80s, and he adapted into a manga, which got adapted into an anime, and then there were, like, games, and a whole multimedia franchise around it. But it was one of the original, like, actual plays, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, yeah, because of the tabletop game origin, there's a dice theming, and this thing's slightly annoying, is that the enemies always respawn every time you re-enter a room, but you get used to it.
15th Deluxe and Pokowit, so hell yeah. Bitch, however you pronounce it.
Yeah. So I guess I will go left after all. Oh, I forgot that you have a random backdash.
That lets you just create a clone for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Dude, I just made the best fucking shot of my life. I'll never be able to recreate that. I had, like, this crumpled up piece of cardboard that I wanted to, like, no longer just kind of be holding. And there's a paper bag on the floor with a tiny opening facing, like, in an extremely inconvenient angle. And I just kind of, tossed it in that direction and it actually went in. It was great.
Good. Another thing I can't watch because I'm not a D&D person. You don't need to know anything about D&D to watch this. I promise you. All you need to know is this is an elf. And
or
she
elf,
had...
as you keep saying.
Well, she's a female elf. Sylph Spirit of Wind. Press and hold B to hover. A sylph in a place like this. So yeah, you can just kind of infinitely hover, which is pretty cool.
Oh, so this is just like Kirby and the Amazing Mirror.
Yeah. So you might be like, okay, I went here and, you know, got an item and, you know, and now I can go back and
So
use
I
it.
can't get over how much that thing just is Balto. Like...
Yeah, you might be thinking like, okay, well, you got an item and now you can go back and make progress with it. It's a Metroidvania. It's not a Metroidvania. I promise you. Pawn.
Pawn. I say that about Husky as I say it in real life. No, just something about the way it's drawn. Like, maybe I'm remembering the way the animation in that movie looked, but I swear that wolf just was like, you know, the exact shading.
I am the exact same.
Like,
Mom, the phone's ringing. Oops, I did not see that guy. Ouch. Ow. Oh yeah, you can like raise yourself up a little bit with this, I forgot. Here we have a door.
I have been informed that there is a Hideo in the new Rhythm Heaven.
Yes.
Gotta get
There is
it now.
also an Ashley from WarioWare.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Shush. I could use some health. Salamander Spirit of Flame. It's very anticlimactic, but it's just kind of here in this random room with a barrel. Yeah, you can switch between Sylph and Salamander. And, you can destroy ammunition barrels, wow. Here's a knife.
Get a dagger.
I guess I didn't look at the imp sphere. Yeah, it's not bad. What about the knife? I'll use this for a bit, I guess. So you'll notice that as I kill enemies, these meters are filling up. It's a bit strange, and it might be familiar to you if you've played a certain other game, but I'll get to that once it's functioning.
A wolf.
It's locked. Can't quite reach up there.
Okay, so the hover is not just infinite height.
Nope. But you can stay in the air is the point. So you'll notice that the wolf had a blue 2 on the dice next to the fire symbol. That means that its resistance on a scale from 1 being, you know, very weak to it, to 6 being very resistant to the point of maybe even being immune. 2 means it's fairly weak to fire, so that is a thing that you want to consider. Now that I am level 3 in wind here, if I switch back to it, you'll see that my meter is refilling my health. And if I go ahead and start attacking this meat, you can see I'm filling up my fire meter. And if I switch to fire, now my fire meter is filling up my health. So basically, you have two modes in this game, fire and wind. When you're in one of them, you fill the other one's meter. And if that meter is at 3, then while you're in that mode, you heal. It's fucking weird. Well, what it means is... and when you take damage, you lose those levels. So... if you're fighting a boss, what this you're gonna see, I'm gonna be doing this a lot, but what it means is, you know, let's say the boss is weak to fire, so I'm in fire, I'm hitting it, and you know, I take some damage, and my level goes down to 2. I can either keep fighting it in fire, or I can stall, if I'm low on health. I could switch back to wind, and keep hitting it, and while I'm hitting it, my fire meter will build up, and then when I switch back to fire, I'll start healing. But obviously, wind does less damage in that hypothetical instance. And there's other reasons you're going to want to be in wind or fire other than just having the meters full or the enemy being weak to it or not. But yeah, that's kind of the core mechanic of a lot of this game. Anyway, here's a bow. I don't remember how you switch. There you go. Left trigger. And if I... let's see... yeah, you can see that when I fired that arrow, it bounced off of the metal for some reason. It like ricocheted. That will be important.
Finish a Picross puzzle. It's like, ooh, you get a new pink bookcase and a sushi to wear on your head.
What? There you go. Arrows will ricochet off metal objects, so I can do this. And
reminder that ladders are made of wood.
This is kind of one of the core dungeon puzzle mechanics. You can't use fire in the oil dungeon or you'll die, and you can't use wind in the skirt dungeon or you'll die of embarrassment. Have you done Picross puzzles recently? No, actually, I haven't done Picross in like over a year.
I've been doing a lot of Picross on a
never mind, this guy
weird
resists
website
fire.
here. Let me find it. Yeah, nonogramskatana.com. I've mostly been doing the color ones.
This game seems very mechanically deep already. I mean, you've kind of seen most of it at this point. In fact, this is the last major thing. You can pass through flame spirit walls while controlling the spirit of flame. And you can pass through wind spirit walls while controlling the spirit of wind. While controlling a spirit, you can't be damaged by attacks using the attribute possessed by the spirit. Yeah, it's Marvin Spectrum. More specifically, it's actually Ikaruga. This game is Castlevania with Ikaruga. So now we've gotten Will-O-Wisp, which is a light attack. So by default, our two spirits mean that our basic attacks can either be fire or wind. And I went like halfway through the game wondering when I was going to get the other spirits to be able to use them, and then I realized, oh no, this is it. It's just wind and fire. Everything is wind and fire. If you want to deal damage with other stuff, you gotta use these skills. Oop. What kind of name is Slain? Also, one slight criticism I have of the pixel art in this game, even though it looks quite nice, is that the characters blend in a bit too much. I don't know if that's... or at least they can. I don't know if... like, I didn't even see that guy until he started talking.
I don't think he was there.
Well, no, he wasn't here when I was in the room before, but... also... It's got the one bullet hell color switching game mechanic. Yeah, Ikaruga, that's what I said. Do you notice a thing in this room?
QR code thing.
Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and scan that. It's some text that says, "Continue standing here to break the floor." Now, that's a poor translation. I'm pretty sure it actually means you have to jump in place like 50 times.
Alright. About how long this should be taking.
Yeah. Soul Cruncher.
I like, hold on. That sound was like very depressing sounding. I hear it again.
Oh, this one?
No. No, when you're switching weapons.
Oh.
It's just like, nah.
So light is pretty good because it homes in on enemies. Sometimes you want to use these skills even when they're not like specifically like strong against the enemies.
So when you said, like, you know, this mechanic might be similar if you've played a certain other game,
It's
for some reason I immediately... Oh. Because I was going to say, for some reason I immediately just assumed it was going to be Hollow Knight, and then, like, just now I realized, oh, it's actually Cave Story. Because in there, when you take damage, it levels you down, so...
Oh, okay. Allium Bident. Isn't that the guy that was president?
It's too close to Bidet.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this Soul Cruncher because it's nice and strong. Yeah, look at that.
Soul Cruncher just sounds like a shitty villain name.
Shitty what?
Villain name.
Yeah, kind of.
Do you remember the
Warrior?
Do you remember Rayquaz's Biden blast from the
Vaguely.
subspace?
Oh yeah, I forgot we took a hit as wind, so I want to be in fire to refill my wind. It matters more in bosses, but yeah. Level 3. You're gonna hear that a lot, by the way.
Gonna hear level 3 specifically a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for level 1 or 2, I think. Maybe for 2? I don't remember. Exclamation point! RPG Maker ass fucking menu here, by the way. So you can buy some consumables. I barely used any consumables throughout the game because you kind of don't need to. This is in contrast to a different game by the same developers that's an original game in which it doesn't have this auto-healing mechanic and the items are kind of busted and you can like cheese a lot of bosses by just spamming items. Font's a bit generic for my taste, I agree. Keep in mind this is a Japanese game that got translated relatively cheaply as well, so... So I can buy some other stuff here, but interestingly, this secret weapon I found is actually better than most of this stuff. Now, I believe there is like an achievement or something for getting all of the weapons, but fuck that, it's gonna take forever. There's no real reason to anyway. It's, you know, you can try stuff out, see what you like. We'll see how it goes. Now I can also get myself a compound bow here if I feel like spending 950 of my 174 monies. I don't think I feel like that though. I could sell some of the shit I'm not using, but I literally never did that in my first playthrough, and I don't plan to start now, so... You know, basically that was worthwhile. And you can thank me later.
Was it erstwhile?
No. Anyway, teleport point. Ow. Oh yes, these guys are... That's right, 6 is immune. I guess I'm gonna be in wind for a while. Refill my fire.
In case anyone's wondering how I failed to make the strong bad busting out the compound bow against the weird Homestar costume reference. I was going to make it, but I was distracted by a spreadsheet shenanigans.
Yeah, HP up. So once again, you might be like, oh, well, you know, there was a little branching path there, and you found a secret item. This is all the game is, navigation-wise. All you get, like, it's a bunch of these narrow corridors, which, you know, Metroid has those, but they weave around, and there's only ever, like, 2 ways to go. And those ways are locked door and dead end that has a key in it. That I swear. The whole game is just that. And then they have very, very minor dead ends with...
Chicken!
I was scared of the chicken. Yeah, and then very minor dead ends with shit like HP up.
I like how fucking Google Sheets has now added this excellent feature where anytime I am selecting a blank cell, I can just click this handy little plus button in the bottom left corner of the cell to have Gemini autofill the cell for me. Just in case, you know, I don't know what to put there. Oh, let me have AI do it.
That's so funny. Is this wall destructible? Sometimes there are destructible walls, and I don't remember where they all are. I guess this is just for a save point. Whee!
Is there a crack up there?
Crack? There might have been. Let's go and have a look. Ow. What?
On the left.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, you're right. Whoops. Did not mean to press that.
Square. Are you gonna get the power glip at some point?
I don't think so. I think you get an air dash there. I think that's what I need to get in there. Maybe?
Can you not glide down from above?
Oh.
Snow falls from above.
Anal has.
No.
Could it be a troll, or maybe a troll?
Strangely fitting.
Ow. Okay, I guess I'm not fighting him. Oh boy, my maximum loop. I don't know the song Baker's Tree, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Bro.
Just try it about 6 more times, it'll work.
I guess I have to come back for the rest of this.
Someone needs to make a video game where throughout the whole game, there's stuff that's just barely out of reach that you would need like a double jump to get, and you keep wondering when the fuck you're gonna get the double jump, and then Metroid Dread style, you get like stuff unlocks like the room before the final boss, and one of those things is the double jump, and so you have to just then go back through the entire game and get all the stuff. It won't help you, but you know, you can if you want to. So how about this alleged Metroid Ravenous? It sure is the worst fucking title I've heard in my life.
The Fat Samus game, as people keep calling it.
I kind of refuse to believe it's a thing until, you know, given any evidence.
I mean, yeah.
I wanted to make a really stupid joke here where I'm like, I really don't think Nintendo would name a game something like that, but they did come up with insert thing here, and I was going to pick like the most normal sounding game name of all time, but I feel like I wouldn't be able to pick anything normal enough for the joke to hit hard enough.
Hit it harder!
I do have a very pointless tangent to make about that, though, because when the N64 was new, before Yoshi's Story came out, there was pre-release info for it, and it was just called Yoshi's Island 64. But at some point, I swear, I went to a game store that had, like, a placeholder for it, and it was called, like, Yoshi's Place. And I'm like, that is a really weird name for that. What the hell? Like, and my grandma was there, and she's like, yeah, I don't know about that one. And then, you know, game comes out, and it's no longer Yoshi's Place, and it's like, okay.
Yoshi's Jamaica. We have some, malodor coming from over here. So what do you think would be a good first boss for a game like this?
Balto, but larger.
How about giant fucking sea serpent?
Oh, it's Ceres, okay.
Abram? Wonder of the Labyrinth. You don't realize your own foolishness.
Foolishness? What is?
Alright. Resists water and...
the blue.
Ah. Oh, shit. Oops. Oh, this shit again. Soul Crystal Ball. What it's used for is unknown. I don't know why the lack of full stops at the end is so funny to me. So here's some fun stuff.
So you got the unknown item from Zero Mission.
Yeah. Actually, let me go back and save. I don't know why I'm not doing that. I don't know why these statues couldn't just fill your meters instead of having some swinging meat that you have to hit.
Well, it's for people who really like dangling meat.
Okay. I'm noticing a common theme where Lady Elfington will meet someone she recognizes. They say something that makes no sense to her, and then she's confused forever. Yeah, that's basically the whole game. Get used to that.
Metal Gear. It does not look like you dodged those.
Oh, I did. So here we have the Sudor from Mother 3.
So, yeah, those are the door imitators, and eventually we're going to encounter the door intimidators.
And the door intimator.
Oh no.
These ones are not QR codes, by the way, don't worry. Sliding. Hold down,
Yeah,
press jump to
down.
slide.
Slide.
Press B while crouching to slide. You can use it to squeeze through to narrow passageways, and while controlling Salamander, sliding will change to an invincibility technique. I basically never used this because I was bad at remembering that I had it. It's like Josh playing any game ever.
Yeah.
Walkthrough. The ricocheting puzzles are cool. They're alright, I guess.
Tell them I hate them.
You kind of just fuck around and it works eventually.
Yeah.
The halberd is just a straight downgrade from what I have, so I will continue to not use it. Or to not change weapon, I mean. Hello, Big Boinky. Welcome to the stream. Should be attacking them with this. Fucking around puzzles are cool. Speak for yourself.
So we should have a QR code in BA3 somewhere that just links to like Pornhub. Right?
I don't think we actually can. Like, it would take way too many times. Like, it would have to take the whole screen pretty much, because of how QR codes work. Oh, okay, I'm stupid. You can straight up just control your height. That's how you're supposed to do this. I think I always janked my way through that puzzle. QR code should bring you to Not Prawn. True.
Well, specifically one of the pages of Not Prawn that actually has porn.
Oh, I forgot about that.
There is a puzzle based around finding all of it.
Find all the porn.
Yeah.
On the internet.
I remember, you know, there were like messages in the like source code and stuff that's like just actual like messages people sent to the guy who made the game, where they're just like, you said the game was not prawn and yet I'm finding porn, what's the deal with this? And the guy's like, actually, porn is, you know, specifically sexual in nature. These are tasteful nudes.
Right. R/gentleman boners.
God.
QR code that gives you 1% off Burger King. QR code that gives you an Eat Pizza emote in BA3 and it doesn't work. Or you just don't get the code. Dude, we should put emotes in BA3. Jeweled bow. I suppose that seems a little better. I was never too fussed about the bow upgrades. It wasn't... I mean, you can, like... Fuck's sake. Let me heal quickly. You can, like, you can spam the arrows pretty quick. The problem is it uses your, like, magic for some reason. And I'd rather just have the magic for spells. But, you know, sometimes it's alright, I guess.
Okay, hold on. I need to read this message in full. What are the porn puzzles in Not Prawn even like? You need to download some chick's moaning, play it backwards to find the hidden message, which will tell you how to translate the freckles on her nips into binary and then into Spanish. No, it's a lot more straightforward. It's throughout the game, there's like false pages you can find where it's like a puzzle will lead you to a specific answer, but if you interpret it a slightly wrong way, it'll lead you to a different page. And it's just like, yup, here's some naked chick. And you just kind of have to find all of those, and each one of them has, like, you know, a letter hidden somewhere on their skin. And you have to just get all the letters and then have, like, spell a word with that. So it's a real fun one, because you get to go back through 80 levels, because I'm pretty sure this is level 80, and just try to solve all the levels incorrectly and fuck around until you find them all.
My idea better. Let's see. I just realized I could have walked back. Oh well.
Now, what most people don't realize is you're already 75% of the way through the game.
It's not that long a game, but...
How do I feel about the fact that Sony is going to destroy every video game disc on the earth? I mean, I'm a fan. People have had it too good for too long.
Wait, are they actually doing that?
Yeah.
Level 3. See, it's fitting that I'm playing a game based on a D&D campaign, because I ran a Pathfinder session earlier today.
Wow.
What a terrific audience.
And the only thing I ever remember from that campaign, other than the Lost Continent, is the Salamanders, and that's also in this game.
That's true. The Salamanders was a long time ago. Why did the Salamanders stand out to you?
Because they're fake. Well, I don't know. I just remember them coming up in discussion a lot, and I'm just like, nah. That's just not.
Oh, I might be done. I didn't realize there was a platform there. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's probably progress through there anyway. Oh. Literally just a shortcut.
There needs to be a law where any game studio, whether it's like, you know, a major one with like funding behind it or just an indie studio, can only create games in a certain order. Like they have to do a platformer and then a farm sim and then a racing game. It has to be the same order every time. And so it's like, you know, like 50 games in, here's a genre that you don't usually see because nobody fucking gets that far. And it's like, well, this is your one chance. Don't blow it.
Good.
This, of course, will lead to most game companies just pumping out, like, you know, some extremely shitty Flash platformer that they made in 5 minutes just to get that one out of the way.
Yeah. Why the mummy is immune to wind? I could not tell you. The way that they just like rise out of the ground is really funny to me.
Why? Schwab wave. Yeah, I like it. Is pretty good. It's like the giant McDonald's that rises out of the ground. Except it's nothing like that.
Toilet paper is glued to them too hot. Oh, now I understand.
There's some old video from
This
James
old house.
Rolfe. That's like.
I fucking
you know,
hit. I saw it. I knew it was the door, and I went to attack it.
I'm sorry. He made some video that's like, you know, top 10 stupid Halloween costume ideas, and one of them was shit-covered toilet paper mummy. I don't know why, but I always think about that. Probably the best one in the link was the best one in the video was Tyson feeds you, which is just you dress up as Mike Tyson feeding people chicken.
God. Pawn. A dog
Delph.
elf. Or Delph, if you will. Dark elves! Sorry. Pyrotess is a strange name. Even if you have no reason to fight me, I have reason to fight you. And here's where we have to actually start learning, like, boss attack patterns. So she's weak to the light attack, so I may as well keep using that. And there we go.
Ranku up.
Gah! See, the problem with society is nobody says gah anymore.
What about curses?
The bosses do hit fairly hard. The game does have a level system, so you can also just grind if you want. I never really had to grind from what I remember. So strong. No, not the orb that I didn't know what it did.
Chapter 2. Bargo goes to the fucking
Goes
DMV.
back. I forgot to say it. Level 3. Can't you just slide us over there? You know, like... What? Sliding isn't faster than walking. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's slower than walking. You're not sure?
I've made the DMV joke before, but I'm going to make it again because it was stupid and people need to hear it again, and also I've added more to it since. So this will absolutely not actually happen, but I said a while ago that there needs to be a part in BA3 when you reach like there's like a main town where all the people are. You just go into a random unmarked building, and then there'll just be this big splash screen.
Woodchuck.
Like... I'll wait for this. Hold on.
So you can just kind of come here and gamble.
Want to play cards?
It's just a fully programmed this.
Good.
What do you think, Chad? What should I bet my money on?
Big 11 to 17.
Oh, you know.
I have no idea what I'm looking at.
You're just betting on what the results are going to be, basically, and you get different amounts of how specific it is.
I say big.
Okay. Bet amount. I'll bet, 100. You're betting that the result is going to be specifically... Like, I think they're going to roll 3 dice. Yeah, and you're betting that it's going to be 11 to 17. So, okay, let's go ahead and roll. Nope. Gambler. Bet all of your assets from gambling with Woodchuck. Well.
That wasn't all your assets. You bet 100 out of 800.
Any triple. Let's bet 50 on this one.
Anyway,
I guess it's probably
I will
ways
continue
to, like,
my story.
Hedge your bets or something, but I don't know.
So, yeah, you'll wander into some unmarked building, and then there's just a big splash screen that comes up, and it's just Chapter 2.3, Bargo goes to the fucking DMV. And so you're just in this building, standing in line at the DMV. There's like 3 other people ahead of you. There's only one counter open. If you try to leave the line, nobody says anything, but if you try to get further ahead in the line, they yell at you, and then you have to go back to the beginning. You wait there for 3 minutes, and then the line advances, you move up a space, wait another 3 minutes, move up another space, and then the fucking department store spook from Earthbound just runs in and abducts you, and it just goes nit 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 nit, and you just... This is the part of the game where your other team members have to go save you. But there are no other team members, so really you're just in a room and you just leave. And then that's the whole chapter.
Get new weapon. Zebra. I think I remember Zebra being one that I used for quite a while, actually. It's a big overhead swing. You can do this. I never did this. I always just went for the big swing. Has a nice big hitbox. Hitbox can be awkward in some circumstances. Level 3. I've not actually been looking where I'm going, like, at all. How have I only explored this tiny little... I feel like I've been through, like, fucking 30 rooms.
Yeah. Alright, first pull of the season. I hope it is, you know, all of the rare ones at once.
It was...
Well, I mean, Lack of Daisy's been one at least.
Yeah, Centipede don't look, Josh. It's actually pretty realistic.
Well, now I'm gonna look. Yeah, it's pretty gross. You didn't tell me there would be more.
Skareto Vurcha.
Oh.
Level 3. Ow. Oh. For some reason I thought I was in the fight mode. Strange.
Yeah, the dice are enemy weaknesses. 6 is immunity, right? And
Yep.
8 or 1 is like very weak.
Yeah, yeah. I think if they don't have one listed, it's 3.5 and it's just neutral. Yeah. 1 is very weak. 2 is medium weak. 3 is slightly weak. 4 is slightly resistant. 5 is medium resistant. 6 is immune. I guess 5 would be highly resistant, and then 6 is immune. The arrows are made from high-grade steel and are attracted to magnetic forces.
What is this legally not allowed to play D&D bit that you keep, like, keeping up with?
Keeping up with the cranks.
Keeping up with the crudes.
Keeping up with the Gromlins, the
Yeah,
new
Doomsday.
Netflix series. Yes, Survival Knife. It's less attack but more agility. Nah, I want the Zebra. Whoops. Ow. Level 3. Ow.
The customer.
The Crustomer. Who was pinging me?
So, taking a look at those polls you just did, you did, I think, 6. One of them was a previous month boosted, so that was a 1 in 8 chance. One of them was a current month boosted, so that was a 1 in 4 chance. And the other 4 were all just, like, you know, the standard ones, which are 2 5/8 chance. So,
Yes?
At least we're not seeing, you know, a million of the same one again. Yet. Oh, well, No, Edgarmeister is... Yeah, that's a base form. That's not one of the rare ones. Whatever. Still new. Why?
I don't remember how I'm supposed to get over there. Probably some ability I need to come back with and go over the top of that. Let me try and remember that.
Capiche, also known as Capindo.
In some territories, yeah, to avoid defending people's white bread Christian sensibilities. Centipedes have a bizarrely high amount of health.
Centipedes are just menaces in general. I don't know why they're so fucking big in this game. They should be regular sized.
For some reason, giant centipedes are like a D&D trope.
I think they're a Japanese mythology trope, too.
Oh, maybe.
Not that this is a Japanese game, but whatever.
It is.
It is?
Yeah.
But it's based off a D&D game. They don't
a Japanese guy's D&D game, yeah.
No. D&D was invented in Utah and has never been played outside of it.
It was actually Utah. I should know this. It's my hobby. But...
I have no idea. I'm making shit up.
Okay. Death Spear. Should I get the Death Spear? A spear with the power to instantly kill its target. Do you think it's gonna do that?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is just if you really want to grind.
It has the power to instantly kill its target if it deals enough damage to kill it.
Has the power to be his friend. Oh, we have the green poo gas. You know what that means? It means level 3.
The statement runs the risk of leading into a political debate, and I don't want it to, but I saw something the other day that said, like...
I disagree, and I think you're a bad person for everything you're about to say.
The state with the highest approval for Trump is Wyoming, which has like 3 people in it, and I just thought that was kind of funny.
Gulk! And Defreed. What are the King Spirits doing here? So I remember this boss taking me a while the first time. Let's see how it goes. Because you gotta fight 2 bosses at the same time, and they're both immune to one of your hits.
This is just like Wind Waker? True. Do they have a reason for beating you up? Well, most men will, you know, just assault a woman for no reason if given the chance.
What's nice is you can be immune to one of their attacks at any given time. So, okay, there goes one of them. Unfortunately, they still attack you. But...
They still do the damage.
Bro.
They're just angry that Uber Eats guy forgot their straw. Dude, they can have one of mine. I have like fucking 30 extra straws sitting next. Let me actually count how many I have here. Like, I'm fucking dropping them. I can't even hold them in one hand. 1, 2, 3.
There we go. That was way fucking easier than I remember it being. I must have just like really sucked at the game. But yeah, this is, you know, you've now seen a few of these. I would say these bosses are the draw of this game. There's like a good dozen of them, at least. I don't remember exactly how many. And, you know, they're fairly fun.
I have fucking 33 straws here.
So if this, you know, if this seems up your alley, you know, go ahead and try it. I don't know how much further Here's the thing, is like, this game is going a lot quicker than I thought it would. I've only played through it once. And I did 100% it, and that's some of the time, that accounts for some of the time, discrepancy, but like, I apparently took 8.5 hours to beat the whole game, which seems ridiculous, because I'm like, You're
97% of the way through the game now.
I've just hit an hour, and I'm in the second area out of 6, so...
Esto?
They do get a bit longer, but... So I could not care less about the story or mystery of this game, to be honest. But I guess just to set expectations here, what you saw at the beginning of like, oh, we're in a mysterious labyrinth, what's going on? That's basically going to be exactly where we're at for the entire game, right up until the end, and we're just going to get random cryptic bullshit throughout. And at the end, there's going to be a revelation, and it's something. It's not like a nothing story. There is some, emotion to it, I will say. But, I would say, don't hold your breath until then. Just, wait around until then, and then, you can engage with the story basically right at the very end, and you won't have missed much. Okay.
Straw Stash should
We
be
got
on
up there
BA3.
now. But I think...
It's a replacement for the Pinecone quest.
Yes. I like how these guys will eventually just stop guarding. You don't have to, like, adjust your strategy at all.
Fafis.
Yep. I think I forgot to come back for this, like, for a really long time. And so I kept running into enemies that were weak to Earth. I'm like, when the fuck am I gonna get the Earth spell? This is the only one.
Biden Blast.
So here we go, Stone Blast. Kind of follows you in a trail. It's alright, I guess. I think on average I prefer the Will-O-the-Wisp one though. Okay, they're like latch onto stuff when you get close. Alright, I legit didn't remember. Centipede.
Scary.
Zone, alright. And green door I can't open. Oops. Oh, shit. Just in time. Oh shit, the Cobalt Axe. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Oh, no, you're immune to wind. I'm stupid. Oh god. Oh, I died! Okay. Yeah, sometimes you just get tag teamed by enemies and you just die out of nowhere. Alright. It was just a dream. What a strange dream. Alright, I need to hurry. I'm sorry, Mason.
Yeah, it's difficult to get, to not get upset at losing and shit.
I used to struggle with that a lot. I eventually just sort of adopted a strategy of trying not to care even if I won. Basically, and that seems to help.
Like, I've been playing Mario Kart World Online a bit, and I will only play it with randos. I thought about even just, like, doing a random stream of it once just for fun, but people would want to join, and I feel like that would make it worse, because when I'm playing against other people that I don't know at all, it's like, you know, I can basically just treat it as like racing against really good computer players, and it's like, no one cares. If I know that there's other people like in the community, it like puts a lot of pressure on it, and if I lose, I'm gonna get like really fucking salty. And so it's like, you know, one day, you will have a Switch 2, and we'll be able to play that, and you know, Nick's gonna get one at some point, and I'm looking forward to that. But I'm also not looking forward to me becoming a competitive asshole. So,
yeah, I appreciate your faith in me, but we'll see.
Orgulous. To me, like, it's so just insanely chaotic that it's actually kind of hard for me to care that much if I do badly, because it's like, there will be times where I'm doing really good, and it's like at the beginning of the race I'm like, you know, in the top 3 spots or whatever, or I might have a like first place lead for like a good solid minute, and then it's just like, oh, blue shell. Oh, giant pile of bullshit. Oh, sorry, 20th place. Oh, and it's like there are ways to deal with that, but it's really hard. And so it's like, you know, if that shit happens, it's just like, yeah, that's Mario Kart, whatever. My goal is usually to finish in the top half of like all players. So it's like, if it's not a full room and it's like, okay, there's 12 people, it's like, you know, if I get 6th or better, that's good. And then sometimes that'll happen, and it's like, you know, I'll do okay for a bit, and then I'll fuck up and get in like 10th. It's like, god damn it. Well, whatever. What happens? From what I've seen, almost everyone unanimously hates Mario Kart World. I don't think that's the case.
No,
it's
not what I've seen.
So maybe it's just because I'm watching, you know, the wrong crowd, because I watch Shortcat, who is one of the like top players of that game. Like, people don't like certain aspects of it, but I feel like the opinion on it has shifted. The game has like made several updates to kind of make it a little bit more fun. You still don't have the option to only do regular tracks without the like route beforehand, but they've like changed item balancing and shit. There was an update just a few days ago that made it so in the first 20 seconds of a race, every player has equal chance of getting good items, even if you're in the front. So you can start a race in first place and just get a fucking golden mushroom, and it's like, wow, that sounds broken as hell. No, they don't. But it's like, that sounds... Whatever. Anyway, it's like, this sounds broken as hell, but it was actually a good change, because what people were doing was, at the beginning of a race, they would, like, everyone would just kind of stop at the row of items and just kind of, like, you know, ram into each other and play fucking bumper cars for 20 seconds to just get good items from this first, like, pack of boxes and then take off. And so it's like, now you can just kind of play the game and not do that. Well, yeah, this is Hollow Knight.
Like the stream for the first time, I thought you were playing Hollow Knight. That's so good. I don't know why I find that so funny.
Okay, I've actually not played Knockout Tour Online yet, because I know that that one has more room to get fucked over. I should try it, but yeah. For anybody who didn't see, they added 2 new knockout tours a few days ago, and there will be 6 more coming.
Maguro Bocho! Speed up, attack up. Okay.
It's weird that they took them this long to start actually adding new content. And hopefully we get some new tracks at some point.
Oh no.
People keep being like, where are they going to put the tracks? It's an open world. How are they going to fit them in? And I'm like, just fucking put warp pipes that lead to, like, little isolated areas.
How are you going to fit a coronal warp pipe?
There's already warp pipes in the game.
How are you going to fit them in, though?
Oh, you know. Yeah, it's like, if you want to have the routes leading up to them, you can still do that, too. Have the path leading to the pipe. Maybe even have a little bit of a path on the other side of the pipe. Who knows? Could go wild.
Oops. Anyway, we have now opened ourselves the green doors.
They have not added Chris Pratt yet.
Why not?
They'll probably add him before they add Diddy, though.
Oh.
I've always been in the camp that doesn't give a shit about the characters in Mario Kart. They don't really matter that much.
I think I'm using spells a lot more. Oh, where did I go around here? This isn't where I'm supposed to go. I'd always be like, oh, I'm gonna conserve it, but like, you get so much.
Yeah.
Also, is it just me, or are these constantly changing what the fucking Scarlet Vultures are weak to? I swear sometimes they're immune to fire and sometimes they're immune to wind. I don't know if I'm just stupid and can't remember, but like...
I haven't been looking, so I don't know.
Ow. Yeah, I don't know, this is a fun system, because it rewards you for, like, not getting hit, but still has, like, some counterplay if you do, you know? There's like stuff you can do, you have options. Alright, here we go. The fact that you can use your weapons in midair is actually pretty cool. Oh, we have some fog gas over there. Do we have some meat? Oh, wait, there's no meat this time.
We have to go to fucking Din's Emporium for that.
Yeah. Oh, good, this shit.
I'm an alligator!
Yeah. I did not remember how fast you lost your air.
Yeah. Yeah, the game audio is stuttering a bit, but...
I mean, the stream died.
Yeah, I see that.
It's still dropping frames, a ton of them. I don't really know what to do about that. Is it stabilized? Looks like maybe it's stabilized. Nope, nope, dropping more frames. It's dropping tons of them.
Oh, it's back?
It shouldn't be. It's constantly dropping frames. It's like really unstable. I'm gonna keep an eye on it for like another minute and see if it drops more. I don't understand that. It drops frames for a few seconds, and it's claiming that that counts for 25% of the fucking stream's frames. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, yeah. There we go, there's more.
It's roboting. Pretty bad for me to call.
I don't know what to do. I guess I'll end the stream and restart my router and come back in a few minutes. And I'll have to get you to fucking stitch this together for me.
Cool.
I really didn't want to have to deal with this before next Thursday.
That was fun.
Yep. Alright. Yeah, can people see in here and all that? Alright. Good thing it happened here and not like, you know, 5 seconds into this room.
Vanessa, it's you.
She does look like she'd be called Vanessa. Carla, you're behind all this.
Yes, it was I.
Yeah. Shooting star. So yeah, this guy is weak to wind, and immune to fire, but he does fire damage. So you want to be fire sometimes to dodge.
Yeah, makes sense. I would like to repeat a statement I made earlier over Discord, because nobody else got to enjoy it. Doug Walker was gay for all the Ninja Turtles, even the black one.
This does also mean... Whoops. Oh yeah, this is why this meat is here, actually, I forgot.
Yeah, meat.
Just so that you can...
If that meat wasn't here, Ganon wins.
Yep. I could also switch to Stone Blast and see how that goes.
Bite and Blast.
Ow. Ow.
I take it you don't have a water attack.
Nope. Not presently. Dude, can you scroll the screen over?
Yeah.
Ugh. Oh my god. Bro, what the hell? I couldn't get out. I'm in this bitch, and I can't get out. Okay, I like the Will-O-the-Wisp better, I think. I don't know if it actually makes a difference. These two both look like they're essentially homing, especially when you're up close, but...
Missed the cutscene. I assume it was, Stinky Minklin, what are you doing here? You're a bitch whose bitchiness is beyond your bitch of a comprehension. Now fuck you. Fight starts. Basically, except her name was Vanessa.
Except it wasn't, because it was Carla.
Yeah.
I forgot that I have the bow and arrow. This is actually a good time to use it. Oops. Alright. Oh, goody. And dead.
Shit.
Huh? Hello?
Can I be heard?
Yeah, you can now.
I said, can I be heard?
Yes. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, the...
For fuck's sake. What the hell? Oh, it's Discord. Okay. My game is fine, and my internet is fine. It's just Discord itself is being a piece of shit. Okay. Ugh. Well, maybe not. Maybe it is my whole computer. Oh my god. Dude. What the hell is this? I was having issues with, like, Zelda Classic locking up the other day. Fuck. Okay, hello? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm gonna open GPUs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
On my end, what happened was just partway through fighting the dragon, the screen froze, the audio completely cut out. But then I looked over to the stream and it still looked okay.
Yeah, the stream seemed fine, at least at first, and then the game kind of chugged a bit after, like, Discord having an issue. Yeah, the computer temperature is low. It's not that. I'm worried that, like, something is just fucked up ever since, like, it's been slightly off ever since I got the new motherboard reseated, which I told that story in the Oracle of Ages stream last week. But, like, it should be all good now. But, like, Zelda Classic was locking up when going between rooms sometimes. Maybe I just need to make more space, or, like, what's the term I'm looking for, like, defrag or something. Yeah, I guess I'll talk to Joel next chance I get.
I can't wait until we get to talk about the weird ass bug in Zelda Classic that we still have no answer for.
I misread stage 3 as snakes.
Oh, good.
Right. I thought you were gonna say I can't wait until you can talk about the situation that I alluded to last week and didn't actually explain, because I actually can now. The situation has resolved, in theory. So, let me go ahead and talk about this, hoping that the stream is, stable now. Okay. I've been trying to have more of a social life for a couple of years, and part of that has meant every week or two I will, go for drinks with my friends. And when I say drinks, I don't drink alcohol, so I just get, soda. But, some of them will get drinks, whatever. And we go to the local pub. And, there's a few of them in Austria, of course. We live in England. We have options. But, the cheapest drinks you can get are from a chain pub called Wetherspoon. Or Wetherspoons. And, so we mostly go to that. And there's two of them on the same street in the town that I live. But one of them is always way more busy than the other one for some reason that I don't actually know. Oh, you're actually weak to fire. I should have been using that from the beginning. Anyway. We've been going there for years, no issue. About 2 weeks ago, we tried to go there. Oh, no, okay. I guess for a bit of background here. If you try to go there after a certain time, there are bouncers that ask you for ID just because, they presume people are there to, like, drink and stuff. And so it's like, okay. And it's not Wetherspoons with an A. It's one word. Like, anyway. I
would like to point out this gear lifting the thing mechanic is clearly ripped off from Yoshi's Island.
Yes. But anyway. No, there's no age. There's no first age. And don't you fucking dare pull some shit where there's no H at all. Or you're getting turbo banned. Right, anyway. Because I'm trying to tell a story here. They ask for ID if you come there late enough. And, oh, I'm poisoned. Damn it. They ask for ID if you come there late enough. And, the first few times I went there and they asked for ID, I was like, you know, I'm not going to be drinking. Do I have to show my ID? And they would let me in without. But after a certain point, they're like, no, we have to ask everyone for ID. I'm like, okay, fine. And the only ID I have is my passport, which is under my birth name, and I don't like to show that because it's a little embarrassing, but whatever. I have to do it, and at a certain point, it's like, okay, I've done it before. I'll just do it. They know me. 2 weeks ago, we show up. They ask for ID. Yeah, Lesser Dragon. They ask for ID. I'm like, fine. I hand it over. This is a female bouncer that I have seen before. And, she looks at my ID, and this other woman comes over and says something to her. And this other guy walks over that, honestly, I thought was a patron, but he was apparently one of the other bouncers. And I'm like, okay, whatever. She's, like, coming to tell us something. She, you know... the bouncer turns to me and says, yeah, you're barred, you can't come in. Like, and it's just a very, like, flat tone. And I thought she was joking. Like, I seriously did not even consider any other possibility other than this bouncer is joking with me for no apparent reason. And I'm like, I'm just smiling, so I'm like, okay, it's a bit weird, I don't know you like that, but whatever. And then she doesn't say anything, she doesn't follow it up. And kind of seems like hesitant to even give me my passport back, but I pull it, you know, I take it out of her hands or whatever. She kind of keeps a grip on it, but does let me take it. And I'm like, it takes me a second. I'm like, wait, what? What do you mean? I'm barred? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I can't come in? She's like, no, you can't come in. I'm like, why? And, you know, at this point, because I'm with my friends, they've, you know, kind of realized that something is going on. Alright. Oh, I remember this area. You gotta get a bunch of keys. Okay. Anyway, so my friends catch wind of what's going on. They're like, what? And so I'm like, why? Can we ask why? And they're like, it came from management, we don't know. I'm like, what? I'm like really confused. I'm like, I haven't done anything. I don't even drink. And they're just like, yeah, sorry, you know, it came from management. We don't know the reason. And they're just like, yeah, you know, just try coming back in a few weeks. It'll probably have been lifted. I'm like, but I didn't even, like, do anything. And at this point, Charlie is just like, don't worry about it. Our friend, you know, he's like, Evan knows the manager. Evan is our mutual friend. I'm like, okay. He's like, I'll just get Evan to ask him. We're like, alright. So he asks him, and I don't even remember what the thing was. He puts it off, or he's like, oh, you know, he didn't respond to me, or I don't remember what it was. But... you know, he didn't end up asking him. We tried to go out for drinks again last week. And we're like, well, we can't go there, so I guess we'll go somewhere else. So we just went to the other one, which is the busy one, and one of the bouncers was working, like, you know, one of the same bouncers, the guy that I thought was the patron. And, you know, he recognizes me, and he's like, well, I know you're banned from the other one, but, you know, I'm not gonna ban you from this one, just, you know, don't cause any trouble. And I'm like, I didn't do anything! Oh, it was back to Area 1, okay. I'm like, I didn't do anything. He's like, I know. I'm like, no, then why do you, what? I'm like, and Charlie's like, I'm gonna ask him about it. I'm like, no. He's like, no, seriously, it's fine. I'll ask him if he knows anything more. Me and, Rihanna go and sit down. And Charlie comes back, he's like, yeah, he's saying that they don't have a reason, it's just for management. And I guess keep in mind, you know, we've been trying to brainstorm this whole time, like, what could this possibly be about? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe they're just discriminating against me because I'm trans. Like, they can't do that, but, I mean, they're claiming there's no actual, that they don't know the reason or whatever, like... I'm thinking, like, well, there was the whole thing, like, a year ago of, like, the Supreme Court thing that's like, oh, about single-gendered spaces or whatever, and how, like, trans women can't go into them if they're designated for women. But I'm like, I looked that up, and I know my rights, and that does not apply to things like just public bathrooms. As much as people like to try to make it out like that was the case, it wasn't. I am still legally allowed to use the women's bathroom. But then a different friend of mine informed me that, like, there was a more recent guidance thing that was like, oh, you know, it was a draft version of a thing that was supposed to be guidance for how to enforce that previous law from last year. Well, not law, it's not even law. It was a Supreme Court ruling. And, which, by the way, I'm told that the British Supreme Court isn't even supposed to be able to make decisions like that impact, like, law or whatever so directly. It's supposed to be for clarifying things, but anyway. So anyway, so she's like, yeah, this you know, they had some guidance that's supposed to say like, oh, we can't even use any gender bathroom, we have to use the disabled loos. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I didn't hear about this, but I look it up and I'm like, okay. And oh god, oh my fucking god, dude. Gotta focus for a second. There's a heal right there. Okay, I'm like, I didn't hear about this, but, you know, I was looking into it, and when I was reading about the first law again, I was trying to see, like, has Wetherspoons put up a policy that says that they're, like, not allowing us to use the bathrooms that align with our gender or whatever, and, no, quite the opposite, in fact. The owner of Wetherspoon, despite normally being kind of known for being kind of like a... Well, I don't know if he's I wouldn't say he's outright conservative. He's kind of politically independent, but he was a Brexiter, which has some associations with conservative stuff. But apparently he, or at least the policy of the company he runs, according to, you know, emails when people queried them, was like, no, trans patrons can keep using the bathroom they want at Wetherspoon. We're not changing our policy on that. And so I'm like, okay, that's good news. And, you know, for what it's worth, the way that these chains work is, like, the management does have some say over things, but, like, ultimately, you know, it's like a lot of franchising. Like, company policy is gonna supersede that. So, okay, so, you know, as far as we could tell, there was no official policy or anything about it, but we're like, you know, maybe, because of this new guidance, they're gonna use that as a justification to say, hey, you went into the women's bathroom, you know, you can't do that, and we're banning you. But, you know, when I was talking to Charlie about this, he kept insisting, like, no, even if that was the case, they would have had to talk to you about it first. They didn't talk to you. They just banned you without giving a reason. They can't do that. I'm like, okay, if you insist. This thing's immune to light, really?
Is this pedal Q?
No. Anyway, so that was last week. We go into the other place, and they don't manage from that. He doesn't, you know, he asked the patron, he asked the bouncer, he's like, the only thing we think of is this maybe something to do with that, and I wasn't there for this interaction, but Charlie claimed that he kind of gave a response that seemed like, he was like, oh, no, I don't know about that, but, like, you know, seemed nervous, like he knew something or whatever, and I'm like, okay, fucking whatever, I don't know, there's nothing to go off of, we're just gonna have to wait until we can hear back from our friend who knows the manager, and, you know, we're going out yesterday again for drinks, and... You know, he apparently still hasn't contacted him. I don't remember why. But we're like, well, he's here now. Charlie and Evan are like, we'll just go in. Rihanna, you and Autumn just, like, go walk somewhere for a bit. We'll go speak to them and ask about it. And so we're like, okay. So they go there, and they go to speak to the manager. Both of the managers are there, including the one who, I should mention, like, oh, some other woman came over and spoke to that one bouncer. Charlie is pretty sure that was the other manager. There's two managers. The one that my friend knows, and this other woman manager who came over during the time before. And, sorry if I'm giving extraneous detail here. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to include as much as I can, to be thorough. But, so they go and talk to them. And they're like, well, we don't, you know, they're like, oh, our friend Autumn is banned, do you know why that is? And they're like, well, we don't ban by name, we don't know who that is. And they're like, can you show us a picture? So they, you know, they text me and they're like, can you send a picture of yourself? I'm like, sure. Oops. Let me, hang on, let me do it this way. Let me make more sense. So I send them a... Oh, I'm out of... That's awkward. Oh, for fuck's sake, I have to wait for this shit to regenerate. Alright, well, good time to finish telling the story. Anyway, I send the picture over. They're speaking to both the managers, and they're like, no, your friend's not banned. No, there's no reason for that. And we're like... And they're like, okay, well, we were told that she was banned last time we tried to come in here. And they're like, no, there's no reason for the ban. And so Charlie once again questions them on it, and he's like, you know, because... We never do anything, and the one manager who knows my friend is like, yeah, I know you guys. You always come in here, and you're like, you come here all the time, and you guys are always fine. You never cause any problems. And Charlie's like, well, the only thing we could think of is that, like, I mean, she was the only visibly trans member in our group, and they were like, no, it wouldn't be that. No, we don't have a policy for that. And the guy specifically was like, you know, that'd be we can't ban people for that. That'd be ridiculous. And he didn't even mention anything about like the bathroom or anything like that. It was kind of just it just ended like very anticlimactically. They're just like, yeah, your friend's not banned. But I can guarantee you, if I tried to just go in, the bouncers would have been like, yeah, you're banned. But because they went and spoke to the manager and they knew the manager, they were like, oh, no, your friend's not banned. So basically what we're thinking, and, you know, I don't know what, this is going to sound stupid that I'm even paranoid about this, but we do have, like, crazy, crazy unfair libel laws in England, so there's a possibility, I don't even know the name of the person involved here, so I'm not gonna say that, and I'm not saying where I live or like, you know, where this place is, so hopefully that's enough to avoid any potential legal repercussions here, but like, our hypothesis is we think that probably the woman manager was just power tripping and just decided to discriminate on that one day because she could get away with it, at least temporarily, and, you know, when challenged on it later, just played dumb. That's what we're thinking. Well, the thing is, the bouncer... Charlie's pretty sure he saw that woman manager come and talk to the bouncer. So it's not even, like, the bouncer's word or whatever. We're pretty sure it all stems from this woman manager. So yeah, and then we went and had drinks and it was fine. I even went to the bathroom a couple times and it was fine, as it always has been. I don't know what this whole thing was. No, the first time was I needed to wash my hands because I had some food that some of the sauce got on my hands a little bit, and the second time I actually needed the bathroom. Okay, no, you have to be standing on this one, I guess. There we go. Anyway, that's that story. I know that the story was kind of, you know, nothing in the end, but like, that's part of what's so weird about it, is I was expecting there to be more of a problem here, and then not only was there... It's
crazy to me that they ban based on face and are just expected to remember this, and there's no, like, list of names. Like, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway. I need to BRB.
Okay. So these guys sort of only form into proper forms when you're facing away from them, so you gotta either use the light spell or bounce your arrow or something. I paused now that we're gonna highlight clearly. Well, the libel law thing only applies to me, like, telling this story and making the allegation that we think it was, you know, of what we think the reason is. But not to the actual situation itself. But yeah, it was really dumb. I mean, I shouldn't need to explain this, but, like, 1, I didn't do anything, and 2, I'm not trying to do anything other than just go have a drink and be a fucking patron of their bar and give them money for food and drink. Like, them not letting me in, you know, assuming there was a reason for it, didn't do anything. Like, nothing would have happened. All it did was just kind of upset me a bit. Like, I didn't even have enough information to really know, like, for sure what the issue was. I don't know, man. And this was, you know, I kind of indicated, like, last week when I was, there was a part where Josh was like, are you not going to talk about the other thing that happened? This was in the middle of all that other shit. This was while I had no access to my laptop, because it was getting repaired, while Josh was still recovering from his getting hacked, and, on literally the day that I didn't have access to electricity in my room, and so my, you know, fans were off, and it was in the middle of a heat wave, and it was really hot. So this is already kind of a miserable day. I was taking it strangely well, because I knew all of it was temporary, but then this happened on top of all of it, and just added all this whole layer of, like, uncertainty to it, and it was just really frustrating. Trying to hire a private investigator? Yeah. Anyway, I guess there's like an encounter happening here, so I'm gonna wait for Josh to get back. I guess if you weren't here earlier when the stream started, I will. Here is the lovely fellow, new lovely fellow alt costume for this month. It's and we're just okay with this melted. So you know, if you want that, it's available. And you can also get, there's a rerun of Sherry's swimsuit from last year. If you missed out on that one, if you don't know if you got it or not, you can go !gotcha to have the bot pull up a link to the collection. You can go search your collection for it. Unfortunately, there's no tools for like sorting the collection, but it's number 41.1 Sherry swimsuit. Yeah, it was pretty annoying. I was really hoping that I wasn't gonna get like I wasn't gonna stay banned long term, because like I said, the only other one of that chain there was another one on the same street, but it was always way more busy, and any other place that we could go to was gonna be more expensive, and I am poor, so. And the rest of my friends aren't exactly well off either. It's, you know, we go to the cheap place for a reason. I mean, I don't know if this is going to be anything, so... You seek to revive Ashram. Yeah, magic sword. Okay, yeah, that doesn't lead to anything. Oh boy, I can buy, you know, nothing with the money I don't have. I guess if I hadn't spent some of them... No, I think I'm only 150 down. So this thing is actually quite the upgrade if I were to get it. So, you know, maybe. Time to sell your blood. I don't even think you can do that in the UK. King Cashew! What a good name. Yeah, bow training area. Yeah.
I see I have missed the most interesting part of the game.
Yep. Oh, goody, we have this shit.
Why is it just a GameCube control stick?
Well, I got... Rank Age!
Age?
Good. I like how that used my real... Oh, whatever, I can look over here. Further up, I guess. Alright. How'd you find this game? Random video that was recommending stuff. I don't remember what channel it was, but it was just like, you know, 5 obscure, you know, hidden gem Metroidvania or like action platformers or whatever. They probably called it Metroidvania. I disagree that it's much of a Metroidvania, but... For what do you fight? How glib, okay. So, fighting this bitch now. And she's weak to light, so let's use as much of that as we can.
Search action, is that the term people try to use for Metroidvania?
Oh god. It's the Japanese term.
So. I remember you weren't a fan of Map Former. I think that one was good though.
See, the problem is that they don't have to be platformers.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. Good. I like how I just utterly failed at that and won anyway from spamming Light Spell. You're not getting away, Colin. The darkness inside you. Oh god, does she have a second form? Oh god, she does. I forgot about this. She's slightly weak to... Oh god. Oh god, I forgot about the ricochet. Well, there you go, I'm dead. Yeah, this game... That's one downside of this game is, like... It can be really frustrating, I find. I don't like the multi-phase bosses, basically. I don't like when you make your way through a boss and you're like, alright, I did it. And then they're like, okay, here's a bunch of new mechanics, and you're gonna get hit by them, because there's... You kind of just have to learn by trial and error. And, yeah, and then you just die and you have to do it again. There's not really anything you can do about it. You're not gonna get it first time.
I do like her stupid melting.
Oh good, I got stunned. That's just a thing that can happen.
Random chance.
No, it's if you take too many hits in a row, it's to punish you for just trying to face tank stuff. Okay, I'm gonna have to waste a bunch of time here. Try to get my health back, because she's really low. I'd like to get my health back before going to phase 2. Okay. She guards against arrows, I see. Oh, that's bullshit, come on. She hit me like as I was switching. Oh, she's resisting everything except for light at the moment, okay. Go. Oh, shit. I can probably just FaceTime for today. There you go. Playing this game without knowing the source material makes every reference have basically no impact. The ending is good though, even without it. Does knowing the source material help? Well, I don't know the source material. This is why I said pay absolutely no fucking attention to the story whatsoever until the end. Like, all you need to know is this is, you know, a D&D elf that is in a mysterious maze and keeps seeing people that she knows and being like, huh? And then you know, the end does work without it. That's, you know, I would agree with that, but don't worry about it.
The Labyrinth was dead the whole time.
No, that's Castlevania.
Is that a thing? The castle was dead the whole time?
Upper Deedlit stuff. That's so epic. I'm gonna go heal. And save. Let's see. Okay, I can go further up. Playing Symphony that I gave has given me more appreciation for this game and less for Harmony of Dissonance. Okay. Not sure what to make
Which
of
one is Harmony of Dissonance?
One of the GBA ones, I think. Why is that, Boo Boo? Is it because the bosses in this are pretty good, or? Because I think I enjoy them mostly, aside from the multi-phase shit. But like the individual bosses are pretty good.
The ones Joseph played on stream are all DS ones, right?
I think so. Yeah.
I barely remember. Well, yeah. I remember tiny bits and pieces of them, but not like which was from which game.
Yeah. Not enough keys to operate.
You have to come back here when it's 10:15 or whatever.
It was 1:30, I think. Oh, this. I remember this. You just gotta kill these enemies. Yeah, that's not a big deal.
Basically a worse version of Symphony, including graphics and gimmicks. I will like it better then. I'll start with that one. Excuse me, that was clearly a Naga.
Ooh, Medusa Bush. Or a Lamia. Oops. Deedlit is a... Don't get me wrong, Deedlit is a stupid name. Like, let's not kid ourselves here.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, this is a name created by, like, a Japanese guy trying to come up with, like, a fantasy elf name, so it's, I think it's acceptable for what it is.
You know what else was a stupid name? Filana.
That's at least sounds like a name.
Kinda.
Deedlit doesn't. No, Filana sounds good.
There was also a word in the Hork-Bajir language, apparently.
Oh. Ow. I might be the dumbest motherfucker alive. I'm like, oh, let me switch to fire so I can heal, and then immediately walked into the wind wall. Yeah, level up. Wait, what? What the fuck? Oh. Oh, I see. Of course. Well, yeah. Of course there's an enemy there that is completely invisible. That's strange. I know that those things, like, create darkness around them, but you can usually still see them anyway?
Do you think that guy that, like, would sit in a chair facing a wall and just jiggle a pen would ever do that while watching a stream and basically, you know, just become the person playing the game?
Don't worry, also I sometimes zone out while playing and let my subconscious brain do something stupid. No, I swear, like, I was looking at the darkness, I'm like, there's an enemy somewhere up there. But it, like, the enemy itself wasn't visible for some reason. So, yep, now we've gotten the 5 keys, and we can, I think this is the only time in the game that the progression is not just, you know, collect a single thing and then go to the place that was a dead end until you got it.
Yeah, basically. Oh, hey, it's the Master Emerald.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
Reminder that canonically Captain America had sex with the Master Emerald.
What?
I don't fucking know. In the Friday stream, Joseph mentioned that apparently there was some bullshit where I think it was Lex Luthor had sex with Rouge the Bat, and this is actually canon.
What? I turned around. I don't remember these guys being like a problem at all. Whatever. I pressed A. It's not my fault if you didn't recognize it. This might be one of the best 2D sprite-based, best-looking 2D sprite-based games. Yeah, it's very pretty. I like the After Effects and stuff as well. Okay, it's a warp zone. Ow. What the fuck? Noah. It's a great name. Yeah, Bloody Petal.
Did me talking about Lex Luthor having sex with Rouge the Bat summon you?
How's the game? The game's good. I like it. Yeah, I'm familiar with this game, and I've been kind of taking this as an opportunity to showcase it. I have no idea how long I've been going. I think with the part that got cut out, I've been going for like 2 hours so far. After I clear Area 3, I'll be switching to Tomodachi. Yeah, slime again. Slime again.
Sega game slime.
Good, I'm glad. I'm glad they didn't find purchase. Oh.
What?
Yeah, see the fucking wind rain.
Find purchase.
Yeah. I hate these ones that like alternate. Bro. Fuck. Oh fuck. Shit. What? I slid through it! It's horseshit. Okay, I've gotta stall for a bit. This is the beauty of this game, is you can just do this.
Laser!
Or not, because I didn't realize this laser fucking homed in on you. Right, whatever. I did that to preserve my shit.
Shit.
So here I'm actually choosing to keep... to not... How do I explain this? I could be on wind and attack her to try to build up to, build up level 3 on the other one, but I'm strategically just keeping wind, because she's not weak to either of them. I'm just keeping my wind at a high level. We play the same spam, Will-O-Wisp and face tank damage. I'm not face tanking damage on purpose. I'm getting hit by shit that I shouldn't be. Okay, I'm gonna try to build up a bit now. Alright, never mind. I don't know how you dodge this one. Okay, whatever. Do you insist on ignoring the truth? It's gonna be the lady again. Oh no, it's this shit. I think this also has 2 phases, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. You are... I can't even tell what that first one is. Is that wind? I think that's wind. You're weak to wind and light. Can you stop doing that? That is my good. Dude, how am I supposed to not get hit by the blade? It keeps like flying into me. I legit don't know how I was supposed to dodge that. It's weird. I remember having trouble on like the Ifrit and whatever the other fuck one was called, like the Wind and Fire Spirit. I don't remember having trouble with this one. Especially because the first half is just the same thing again. I guess she has a couple of new attacks. Bro, that was bullshit. Come on, I hit her. What? She spawned on top of me!
Yeah, it's telefragging.
Hang on. That worked the first time. Why didn't it work? Why hasn't it worked since then? Oh. I don't know how you dodge this. You have to be in fire mode because the laser homes in on you. And there's wind rain that you think you could dodge, but you can't. I guess you can do that. The thing where you like invincibility dodge through it should work though. See? The thing like spawns way too quick for you to actually respond to it. Right, I'm at least at full this time. Yeah, if you slide while in fire, you get invincibility frames. I tried to dodge that as soon as I could. What's going on? I swear there's like attacks that I can't even tell when they're happening. Dude, come on. Fuck me, dude. Bullshit, I wanted that sword. Street Fighter stun system might be a little overkill for a game like this. I understand wanting to punish people for face tanking, like not wanting them to be able to just grind and then just completely ignore attacks. It makes a certain amount of sense, but I'm not completely ignoring attacks. I'm just getting stun locked by shit that... You know what it is? It's like that you can still get damage during the telegraph. It's like if in FF14 they did the thing where they're like, oh, you know, half room cleave is coming. But if you're already in the wrong half, tough shit. You had to know it was coming in advance and not be in there before the telegraph. Like, I don't know. Anyway. I believe this is the end of Area 3.
I can't tell if this is going to end up being a really stupid statement or not. I might have to hear it out loud before that can be judged. But has anyone ever made a game where you are the boss monster and you're fighting off, like, you know, a player character? Basically, like, they have a bunch of maneuverability and are kind of unpredictable, and you just have, like, a few, like, preset big flashy attacks that you kind of just switch between.
Okay, no, not quite, but it's the closest thing I think I can think of.
Well, I don't see how that's the case. In that case, you're still moving around dodging shit.
Well, see, I was thinking of... I mean, I think it kind of fits, because Saz's attacks are, like, actually varied, and you're just doing the same thing over and over. Anyway.
I guess I'm basically just imagining, like, you know, being in, like, a game where every boss is just Mega Man, and you are just, you know, locked into, here's these specific things I can do, and I have to make it work.
I guess. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and switch to Tomodachi Life. Yeah, the Discord server's back up. He made a post about it.
For a while, there's a YouTube post, and it's also in the description of the video that's explaining the situation with the, like, FF14 background footage.
The game Nefarious does what you describe? Okay. Anyway, switching over. And then someone's like, oh, we actually couldn't hear Josh the whole time.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.